Uh, Maybe sure that I'm live. Hello guys. Just decided to randomly go live to have a Q&A. So this live was not really planned, but it just touched my heart today. So I'm going to have to share this link to my various communities so people can join. So yeah, give me a second. Can you hear me? I decided to randomly go live to have a Q&A section. So if you have any questions, you can drop. I don't know if I'm audible enough. So let me just share this live session with my community members. So please let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please leave a comment. If you can hear me, leave a comment. Or let me share this while I try to share this across my various communities. If you can hear me, leave a comment. You have the opportunity to actually come up and ask me questions you have in regards to the stock market, or anything at all, and I'll get to answer your question. So let me know if you can hear me. First of all, leave a comment if you can hear what I'm saying. Let me be sure that I'm being heard. So please leave a comment, guys. Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. So let me share this live session. Okay, thank you so much. So let me share this live session. And I'll drop a link that you can use to, if you have any questions, you can join and you get to ask me your questions. So let me paste the link. So if you have any questions, you can join with that link that I'm going to pin. I just dropped the link that you can use to join and ask me your questions. Any question you have, I'll get to see your face. You have a proper interaction. So that's the link you can use to join if you have any questions. While I try to share this live session to my various communities. So how do I share this now? Let's see. How do I share this? Let me share this live session. Give me a second, guys. Trying to share this video. Oops, okay. Let's got the link. Share. So if you love to ask me your questions, I've check the pinned or check the comment I left. That's the link you can use to join to ask me your questions live. While I try to share this live session. Okay, give me a second. Okay. Okay, let me share this. Give me a second, guys. I'm coming. Let me share this. Uh, Let me. I can So your questions. Okay, guys, what's happening? What's happening? How is the stock market treating you? We are entering Q2, right? And this is the time for you to check your portfolio and see how it's performed this year. This is the time um to see how your portfolio have been performing. So far, so good. The Nigerian stock market has not really performed too well this year, and it's because of there's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of uncertainty with Donald Trump, right? Since the coming of Donald Trump, um, everybody is trying to be mindful of what they are buying because the ripple effect, anything that happens in the US definitely affects the whole world. It affects the global market, right? So the Nigerian stock market has not really performed the best, but there are still some stock that have printed money. For example, the stock I've been holding for quite some time, VFD Group. VFD has done pretty well this year. Sorry, VFD Group has done very, very well this year. They dropped their earnings report and the numbers were mind blowing. The numbers of VFD is mind blowing. It's mind blowing, guys, and the stock has appreciated significantly. I don't really know what the share price is. Let me see if I can share. Okay, okay. Someone is joining. Let me add in. Hi, can you hear me?
Hello, good afternoon. I can hear you.
Yeah, how you doing? Good afternoon.
Yeah, fine. How's work? I've been seeing your videos. It's really been
Yeah,
it's amazing, but
yeah.
honestly, I'm still having this thing. Still getting to know more about the stock market.
Okay, so let's just start. Where are you based first off? Are you in Nigeria? Are you
Yeah,
from
I'm in
Nigeria?
Nigeria.
Okay, so what's the name? What's the name?
Nur is the name.
Okay, no. So what are you confused about when it comes to the Nigerian stock market? Like, what's confusing you? Where are you lost?
Well, it's about the dividends itself, most
Okay,
especially.
okay,
And over the time I've researched on stocks
yeah,
like Seplat, though mostly
yeah,
on energy stocks,
okay,
Seplat, Wando, and
yeah,
one other company like that. I can't even
yeah,
remember, but I wrote them
yeah,
down.
yeah.
So, and I think over last year, some even Transcorp too. Yes, Transcorp.
Okay,
I think
okay,
I had last year they paid well in their
yeah,
dividends. Over some
yeah,
even did more than 100%.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So where are you lacking clarity? Like, is there any like where is there any place you're confused when it comes to the whole process of finding the stock? Like, where are you finding difficulties? Yeah.
Um, I won't say it's just me. I'm just getting to know more about
Okay.
it,
Yeah.
the company itself to invest in
Oh.
because
Okay.
I
Yeah.
want something that over time compound
Yeah.
interest is not something I want to live for maybe 2 3 years. Something for the
Yeah.
future of 10 15 years.
So for me, like if I look at the Nigerian stock markets, right? One of the I when it comes to this compounding of a thing, you want to look at sectors that you know um are going to stand the test of time. Like sectors that are always, even if there is war, even if there's anything, like they're always going to be there. And because of how uncertain Nigeria is, I prefer stocks in the banking space when it comes to like dividend and all that. Because while the oil sector has lasted, I still feel that there's still this element of uncertainty there, right? I still have a little bit of fear because the truth is that what drives the Nigerian economy is oil. And then I think Nigeria is a little bit when it comes to politics and other stuff like
Yeah.
oil. Most politicians like that oil space. I'm a little bit scared of it, right? So I prefer banking when it comes to dividend because I know that okay, is most of these banks we have in Nigeria are we are owned by or we are started by private individuals, and then most of them have a track record. For example, I love when it comes to buying dividend stocks, I love Zenith Bank. Their dividend yields are one of the best out there. And then again, they have a track record like for almost more than 10 years or like say 15 years now, they have been paying dividends. So I know that if I'm building something for the long run, if I'm keep on buying Zenith Bank, definitely it's going to add up, right? And then there are high chances that the Zenith Bank is going to still be there in the next 10 to 15 years. And why am I saying this? Because Zenith Bank is most corporate organizations in Nigeria, they make use of Zenith Bank, right? Most big companies, they make use of Zenith Bank. In fact, I see Zenith Bank as like a political bank because even government, most of the government parastatals we have in Nigeria, they have a Zenith Bank account. So for me, Zenith Bank is that bank that I can trust, right? So when it comes to buying dividend stocks, I try to be, especially if I'm buying it for the long run, which is the goal of dividends. I try to play it a little bit safe because definitely I don't have the intentions of pulling out my money anytime soon. So I try to be conservative when it comes to that. So that's just it for me. Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you still hear me? I think I lost you. Okay, I think I lost no. So let me just remove him. Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Okay, I think I lost him again. So you have the opportunity to join and ask your questions. I've left a link that you can join. But once you click on that link, you can join and ask me any questions that you have. So a lot have been going in Nigeria. There's this stuff that recently crashed, and crazily, I'm not even aware of the platform. I heard it's Cbex, and um, um, I heard it's Cbex, and I find it quite surprising that I've never heard about it before until it finally crashed. And if you're someone that watched my video and invested in CBEX, I pity you because um, it's it's quite funny that someone that is looking to invest in the stock market is also interested in Ponzi schemes, right? I don't really blame you actually, but because of the situation of things in Nigeria, Nigeria is quite difficult that if another Ponzi scheme comes again, people are still going to invest. People are still going to invest in Ponzi schemes because they are trying to like make quick money. And the mindset of many Nigerians that invest in Ponzi scheme is let me just be among the first people to invest. I'll carry my money around that kind of thing. So when you have that kind of mindset, you already know it's going to crash. And the same way you're thinking about it like that is the same way another person is thinking about it like the same way you're thinking that when I put my money immediately and they pay me, I'll run away. That's the same way the other person is also thinking about. And when everybody's thinking like that, all of you are going to lose at the end of the day. So I find it quite funny and surprising that people are still buying into Ponzi scheme. But at the end of the day, things are difficult. Yeah, Joshua, yeah, VFG is going up. Their numbers are crazy. Like they posted good returns in terms of their profits, their financials are crazy. So um their stock is going up. Another stock I think is going to go up, but still sleeping is Universal Insurance. When I called that stock earlier this year, it did pretty well. People made some money and then now it's down again. I still think that I don't know if they have dropped their Q1 reports, but I think that's a stock that is going to do well on the long run if you're patient enough. So yeah. Tiade, you can join and ask me your question. Yes, There's a link that you can use to join. I don't know if I pinned it. I'm trying to see if I can pin it. So if you have any questions, there's a link you can use to join. I'll still paste that link again that you can use and join and ask me any questions you have. So this is the link you can use to join and ask me your questions. So you say, Micah, can you make a video on the dividend mandate on SEC? That's cool. So how did you try to submit the form? Like which stockbroker are you using? Which stockbroker are you using? Because it's your stockbroker you're supposed to submit it to. They're the ones that are supposed to put you through all that. For people that make use of platforms like Truth, it's easier because your dividends are paid into your wallet. So you just check the notification tab and then you see it there. But when you use like the normal stockbroker, it's you have to like fill out those form and other stuff. So that's why all these digital platforms sometimes are much better than these stockbrokers. But it's just that sometimes the stock using a proper stock brokerage account, you get to you get to also pay a little bit less when it comes to commissions and all that stuff, right? So yeah. So you have been seeing what is happening in the okay, use bamboo. I don't really use bamboo for Nigerian stocks. I don't really use bamboo for Nigerian stocks. I use Truth, but I use bamboo to buy US stocks, right? And they credit your dividend. If you buy a US stock that pays dividends, bamboo credits your dividends in your wallet. So I believe it's supposed to be the same thing for Nigerian stocks too. So I don't know if are they the ones that told you to fill that mandate form? Tiad, is it Bamboo that told you to fill the form? How did you get the form? Because they are supposed to put you through it. Have you talked to their support? What are they saying? What is their support saying? Like I said, if you have any questions, there is a link you can use to join and ask me your questions. There's a link, the StreamYard link that you can join, and then I see your face and we have a proper conversation. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not just referring to you, I'm referring to anyone that might want to join me live and ask their questions. I just wanted to randomly go live and answer series of questions. So it's fine. It's not a must to join. You can just be leaving your comments and I'll also be answering your questions. Let me see. So yeah, I don't know if possible to even share my screen. So just look at a series of things. Let me see. Let me see. So so who is it Bamboo that sent you the e-mandate form? How did you get access to the e-mandate form? Because usually it's your stockbroker that will send it to you. How did you get it? If it's your stockbroker that sent it to you, then you need to still like have a conversation with them and then forward it to them again, or forward it back to them. Uh, Let me see. I need to share this stuff. So yeah, that's just it. That's just it. It's not supposed to be that difficult to do. So let me share this stuff again. Let me see. Questions. Questions. Bye. So that's for that, guys. Any other questions? You say I haven't touched them, so I only went to the SEC website. Okay. So that's the thing. I don't know where you got your information from. Maybe you thought that you you because of, like, maybe you thought that for you to get your dividends, you need to fill the e-dividend form, and that's the truth. You need to fill the e-dividend form, but it depends on if you're using a stock brokerage, a normal stock brokerage account or not. If you're making use of Trove and Bamboo, your dividend is paid into your wallet. Like, your dividend is paid into your wallet. Let me, yeah, your dividend is paid into your wallet. Your dividend is paid into your wallet. If you're using Trove or Bamboo, your dividend is paid into your wallet. So that's just how it works. Your dividend is paid into your wallet. So let me share my screen. So I was going through this Nairametrics article. That there's I think it was the top performing stocks. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see my screen. If you can see my screen, please let me know in the comment section. Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, please let me know. I need to be sure that I see. Yeah, you're welcome, Tiadi. Please let me know if you can see my screen. Uh, I need to be sure you guys can see my screen. Okay. So this article. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So yeah, good to have you guys. Good to have you. Uh, Joshua, you're asking wallet or bank account. I don't really get. I don't really get your question. I don't really get your question. Uh, Trying to. So yeah, this article was released by Nairametrics, and I found it quite interesting. So they dropped this article on the 5th of April, which is like a few weeks back. And as you can see, the All Share Index, which is the ASI, the All Share Index basically tracks the performance of the Nigerian stock market in general as a whole, right? And you can see that it posted, like, from in Q1 alone, it posted just 2.66%. And this is in contrast to the 39.84% return it recorded in Q1 of 2024. So in Q1 of 2024, if you had invested in the Nigerian stock market, like the Nigerian stock market in 2024, there are high chances that you could have made around 39.84%, because that was what the stock market pulled as a whole in terms of ROI. But in 2025, this is what the stock market, like, if you calculate all the return of all the whole stocks, like, the average, this was what was posted. So you can see that this year has not really been that good for investors in the NGX, right? And um there are only specific stocks that have done so well this year. And some of those stocks includes, and I never really saw some of these stocks coming, but you have the likes of PZ Kuzun, which posted um around 52.67% gain, right, in Q1. And it was the fifth best performing stock among companies with a market capitalization of above 50 billion naira. And in the Nigerian stock market, it's actually the 40th most valuable stock. And when it comes to the trading activity, because one of the things I try to look out for when trying to, like, buy stocks is like the trading activity, and you can see it ranks 66th in terms of trading activity. So you might be wondering, why is this important? Well, this is important because when you invest in the stock market, right? When you buy stocks, there are high chances that when your stocks are in profit and you want to sell, if a stock is not, like, if it's not liquid, if people are not trading it, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to, like, exit. It's going to be very difficult for you to, like, take your profits, right? So it's very important when you are buying to look at the volume, how well is this stock being traded. And as you can see, this particular stock is the 66th, is ranked 66th when it comes to trading activity. So this is not bad, this is not good. This is not bad, this is not good. It's just average. So it's actually a stock that there are high chances that if you made profits, you can actually exit your investment or your trade. So you can see that it recorded a total volume of 71 million shares valued at 1.95 billion naira. So it's actually liquid to an extent. Now, the second stock we have here is Better Glass. So Better Glass is currently the 53rd most valuable stock on the NGX, and it has a market cap of 59.9 billion. So this is not really a small company; it's like a medium-sized company, right? Um, so it's in 2025 in Q1. If you had invested in this stock, you would have made at least 53% average. Like that's what would have been your return on investment. So if you had put in, let me say, 1 million naira, the high chances that your 1 million naira would be 1.5, 1.5 million naira. So almost you have made half of what you had invested in this company, right? So that's actually good returns. Now you can see that this stock is actually it actually has low volatility, meaning that um like there are specific factors that drive up the price. Like people really buy and sell the stock, so it's not really volatile. Sometimes volatility is good. Sometimes volatility is good because when a stock is volatile, it means that people are trading it, like people are buying and selling it, right? But when a stock is just stagnant, there are many things that could there are many things that are making it to be stagnant, right? So you can see that one of the major things that drove up the price of this stock is their financials. Like it showed like that they are heading in the right trajectory. You can see a clear acceleration in performance, outpacing the company's 5-year compound annual growth. So this is actually huge. This was the major. I think this is the major thing that made this stock to skyrocket in price. This. And why do I say this? I say this because this stock, as you can see, it has low volatility. It's stagnant, right? So because of when they drop their financials, and people saw, wow, these guys are doing very very well. They are like these guys is what looking out for. Many people now flocked and started buying the stock, and is what drove up the price, right? If you check, there's a website I usually use to check stock prices, like to check the graph. Let me just search for it. I just type in Better Glass. Just type in Better Glass EFX. So this website I usually use it to like I use it to like see how a stock has been performing. And if you see Better Glass, you can see that it's known for being stagnant. So in 2024, it was trading at 59 naira 40 kubo. Then it went down to 53. So you can just see, and then 2025, I think this is when the thing now took off. It started taking off. I think this like it started taking off from here. And why it started taking off from here, I think like news have started circulating small that oh this company is actually it's like they're doing well. Oh. So you can see there was now volatility, and then boom, when they dropped their report, I think that was what the thing just skyrocketed. Now it's at 99. So if you had bought this stock last year, you have literally almost doubled your money actually, because it was trading at 59 naira in May of 2024, and now it's trading at 99. So this is the beauty of the Nigerian stock market, right? This is the beauty, and why I like the Nigerian stock market. The Nigerian stock market is actually predictable. Okay, Joshua asked, you said dividend is paid to wallet of Trove. I'm asking if they drop it. Yeah, no, not your bank account, your Trove wallet. They drop it to your Trove wallet. Joshua, they usually drop it to your Trove wallet. They drop it to your Trove wallet. Ah, so yeah. So if you the beauty about the Nigerian stock market is that it's very, very predictable. Like the Nigerian stock market is, if you put your time to it and say, I want to be able to like make money from the Nigerian stock market, you can actually make money because Nigerian stock market is very predictable. Um, you can just focus on one stock, and then you know the movement of that stock, then you know when to buy and sell because of you have studied that particular stock. So the Nigerian stock market, trust me, is very, very predictable. Like it's very, very predictable. And that's why I actually do love it to an extent, because I think many people are yet to see the full potential. Many people are scared of investing in the Nigerian stock market because of what happened in 2008. People lost money due to crash. But I feel and I know that that time, like, that was in the past. That was the times have changed. Um, Even those people that lost money back then, they don't know that. Some of them don't even know that they have made money. Some of them don't know they're in profit. Why? Because of the stock went down. They just say, "Why Nigerian stock market is trash," and then they just forgot about their stock. Some of them are now waking up, and they're not trying to like go back to their stockbroker to get back their shares. So some people bought stocks back then and they don't know that they can still claim it now, and their stocks are just sleeping idle. So times have changed. We are now in an evolving world. Um, I don't think people should be getting themselves involved in Ponzi schemes in this current day and age. So you need to be careful out there. Instead of investing in Ponzi scheme, I think the best thing to do is to buy stocks, buy crypto. I rather even buy crypto and my money goes in crypto than to buy or to invest in Ponzi schemes, which is in Naira, right? So that's just for that. So the next stock that did well this year, I actually plan to make a video around this, but let's just see. The next stock that did well this year was Presco. Presco recorded a 62.25% share price appreciation in the first quarter of 2025. So this is not bad. This is actually a good return. Um, you can see even last year, Presco was doing very well. Last year, the share price gained 146%, and 45% of that has already been achieved in Q1. So is this giving us signs that this year is going to be a good year? Because 45% of this already has been done in Q1. I don't know if you understand. Let me search for Presco so you get. Let me just search for Presco. Let me search for Presco here. Search Presco EFX. So Presco EFX. So when you go to Presco EFX, you can look at it. You can see that in, let me just put all. So in 2023, Presco was, wow, this is crazy, guys. This is very crazy. In 2023, Presco was in 2023, Presco was trading at 150 naira. And then in 2024, you can see that 146% they are talking about. It hit 256 naira. And then in 2025, boom, it went to 785 naira. So could Presco hit 1,000 naira? That's the questions. I'm yet to really look at their financials, but with what I'm seeing, there are high chances that, let me see, there are high chances that Presco could hit, let me see, let me check something. Presco is in the consumer goods sector. Wow, this is crazy, guys. I think if what I would do is to even look at companies that are in this, other companies that are in this sector, because this is crazy. I think this price might be high, right? This price for Presco might be high for some people because you can literally lose money at this price if you had not gotten earlier on. But it does not mean that Presco cannot hit 1,000 naira. It does not mean, but what I would do if I wanted to invest in Presco is to look for their competitors, like who are they competing with. So let me scroll down. So you can see some people that are a little bit in their sector, right? So what I would do, you can even see some of them are even posting this livestock has gone down 1%. So what I would do is to look at their competitors, people that are operating in the same space as them, and check their stock price and check how they're performing and see if I can now start buying them now, because there's something that is happening that is driving this price up. Something is happening behind the scenes, because this is crazy, guys. It went from 456 naira in 2024 December to 785. Like that was like double. This is crazy, guys. So um so where do I check my other book? If you're using AfriInvest, you can check from the there's a particular place you can check it. There's a place you can check it on AfriInvest. I use AfriInvest for buying and selling. You can check it in the transaction history or something. No, I don't think it's in, I don't. I think does AfriInvest show it on the app? I think the AfriInvest shows it on the app. I think they show the other book on the app there. I usually use AfriInvest to buy and sell. Sometimes True does not really show the order book. I don't think True shows order book. They just tell you when the transaction is completed or not. So yeah. So Presco did crazily. I'm actually thinking of switching switching from AfriInvest to another stock brokerage. Or I've just been using AfriInvest because of, like, I prefer the easiness of AfriInvest. So that's why I still use them. I don't know if anybody is trying to join. Let me be sure. Okay, nobody's trying to join. Let me go back. So this is for Presco. Um, so the another one that I've done where I think I called this stock last year, UPTC. I called UPTC last year. I called this stock last year. And they have done pretty well. And why I like the Nigerian stock market is that fundamentals is what really drive it and not really technical analysis because of it's not really liquid, right? So fundamental analysis is what really drives the Nigerian stock market. You need to be able to know how to do fundamental analysis. If you know how to do fundamental analysis, you'll be able to like make good money from the Nigerian stock market. So so that's just it. So if you have any question, please ask your questions. I'm open to answering all your questions. Very open to answering all your questions, guys. If you have any questions, you ask. Then you have honey flow, honeywell. Honeywell did nice. So that's for these guys. So if you have any questions, okay, Presco is a beast. I'm telling you, Presco, Presco is really a beast. Presco is really a beast. Those guys. Hmm. So Presco's 1,000 HA land expansion of your application. Oh wow. Oh wow, wow. Probably that's why. Probably that's why. That's why because those guys are scaling like crazy. I think that's why because people are optimistic about preschool. People are very optimistic about preschool. I think that's why. I think preschool is really a beast. I think that's why. That's why. That's why they are they are doing so well. Let me see. Oh wow, wow, wow. Oh, that's crazy. Let me see. So they bought Ghana Palm there. Oh, wow, those guys are scaling like mad. That's why they are doing crazily well. So if you want to join, there's a link you can use to join this live session and get to have a conversation. Let me paste the link again. If you have any questions, you can join and ask your questions. So this is the link to join. You can you can join and ask your questions. And okay, Onwuvuvu says she uses Osita says she okay, he uses Stanbic stockbroker. So how have your experience been with Stanbic? How have your experience been with Stanbic? I tried using Stanbic. I love Stanbic based on my research. But when I tried signing up, um, all those filling of forms can be they can be boring to be honest. Like filling of forms can be boring for me. So that's why I prefer most of these other stockbrokers like Afrinvest and True. Like in this day and age, I think should be able to quickly sign up on applications or on stock brokerage, stockbrokers, and all that quite easily, right? So yeah. So if you love to join, as a link you can use. I've finished. Yeah, you can use Trove and Afri Invest are very reliable. They are very reliable. For me, I think when it even comes to this, the most important thing is to look for stock brokerage or stock brokers that are quite cheap. So that's the sweetest part of it all. But aside from that, Afro Invest is wonderful. Um, Trove is good. But the problem with Trove right now is that when it comes to signing up, I don't know whether they have this line of people that are trying to sign up on their platform. So people are getting frustrated when it comes to signing up on Trove. So you said what platform did I use to check Presco? No, AFX. AFX. Just search for Presco AFX. Search for Presco AFX. I use AFX for checking the graph and all that stuff instead of using Trading View. You get. So if you have questions, you can join with that link you're seeing on your screen. You can join and ask your questions. And yeah, if you don't mind, you join and ask your questions. Yeah. So Stanbic, he says Stanbic is wonderful. That's cool. That's cool. Is there any other stockbroker anybody will recommend? Is there any other stockbroker? What about is anybody using Meristem? Has anybody used Meristem? Has anybody used Meristem? As these other guys, what's in their name again? There's another stockbroker. that I came across. I've forgotten their name. Codros Capital. Codros. I don't know if anybody has used Codros. Yeah, universal insurance for me, that's a sleeping giant. Like I okay, oh see, um universal insurance, universal insurance, yeah, is a sleeping giant. I'm still being patient, being patient with universal insurance. You say what are the three cheapest stock brokers in Nigeria? Uh, uh, I think I did research. I think I did research. I'm trying to remember the name. Let me check my this thing. I know I researched this stuff. It's quite difficult to point out because most of these stock brokers they might be cheap, but then again, they might be unreliable. So for me, it's not about the cheap, how cheap again. I don't usually look at the cheapness of the broker. I just look at how fast do they process, how is their customer support and all that stuff, right? But I know that After Invest is not really the cheapest out there. Trying to find, I know I've made a video on this. I did my research. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, so I think let me see. Cardinal Stone is not bad. Okay. Is it Sapel Downham that has that Invest Niger? Okay, yeah, Cardinal Stones is not bad. Their brokerage fees is okay. I think 1%. Cardinal Stones is not bad. Cardinal Stones is actually a good, very good broker. Like I've seen good reviews of Cardinal Stones actually. I've not really tried them out, but I've seen very solid reviews of Cardinal Stones. And then you have the likes of Morgan Capital. Morgan Capital is very, very affordable. Morgan Capital. Yeah. So what about Okomo Oil? Okomo Oil. Okomo Oil has also made money for investors. Okomo Oil has also made money for investors. When you check that AFX, you check Presco, you check Presco AFX, you see that Okomo Oil was there. Okay, Okomo Oil. Let me share my screen again. Let me share my screen again. If you check, I don't know if you guys can see my screen. Can you see my screen? I'm sharing my screen. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you guys see my screen? Please let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Leave a comment if you can see my screen. Leave a comment. Leave a comment. Let me be sure you guys can see my screen. So if you scroll down, okay, awesome. So if you scroll down, where is that place? So okay, yeah, exactly. This is it. So if you see Okomoyo is here, see Okomoyo, they have already made 22 point year to date is 22.2% in terms of appreciation. So I actually like this kind of stocks because of volatility. Volatility is good. This volatility you're seeing here is good. It means you can make money from it. Right? You just need to be able to be patient enough and buy at the right time. So you can see this is where it was trading. Currently trading at. So this year it started at 367. I think Okumoy could even go up more. If Presco can go up that more, I think Okumoy has the potential to even do well. Because these guys are solid as well. So Okumoy is solid. Okumoy is very solid. If you check, oh, this is something that was trading at 47 naira, bro. Guys, the Nigerian stock market is a place you can really, really make good money. You can see in 2024, it was trading at 249 naira. It has literally doubled. So that's how crazy it can get. Personally, if I had bought in at 250 naira, I think I might have taken my profit depending on how much I put in. Right. So that's just it. So let me see some of the questions that has been asked in the comment section. Um, see. So, like I said, Universal Insurance is a company, is an insurance company. I think on the long run they will do well. Universal Insurance is a stockbroker that when I looked at their financials last year, I really like what I saw. I'm yet to know how they performed in their full year, or like throughout the different quarters of 2024. Like their numbers were quite solid. Now they are not really the most profitable of companies. Don't get me wrong, but like when you see a company that is investing, like using their investing their profits to like grow, definitely they're not going to be making much money because they are still investing back the profit. And I like those kind of companies because people are going to run away from them, right? So that's the right time to like to buy those companies, buy their shares, because on the long run, when they become profitable, people will now flock to them. By then, you have made your profit and then you're selling. So that's why I like universal insurance. I think they are growing and they are spending a lot of money to grow, right? So I think now is the right time to like start buying a little bit of it, small, and just be patient for that. So I would advise anybody that is interested in them should look at their numbers and don't just take my word for it. Do your own research, because that's the most important. And thankfully, I actually have. I think I have a course on that on researching companies just in case, so you can take that and know how to research companies by yourself. So you don't just listen to people. So let me see. Let me see the three cheapest stockbrokers in Nigeria. So I cannot point out specifically the three cheapest because the stockbrokers I've used are just I've used AfriInvest, I've used then these digital ones because I'm a little bit lazy to start going through the whole process um of like all those form and all that stuff. So I look for the easiest ones to use and I use. But based on my research, I think Cardinal Stones is not bad. Morgan Capital, Morgan Capital, and one of the which other one will I even say again? Stanbic is not really the cheapest of, but yeah, Morgan Capital, Cardinal Stones are not bad when it comes to pricing. Okay. Yeah, we say Okomoyo is cheaper than Presco. Yes, yes. Okomoyo is cheaper than Presco. Okomoyo is cheaper than Presco. So I think they are worth looking at, taking a look at Okomoyo. They are worth looking at. Yeah. So yeah. Chaka, it's been long I used Chaka actually. It's been very long I used Chaka. It's been quite a long time I used Chaka. So I look forward to trying them out again and seeing their experience. So I just wanted to come live today and just randomly, probably will schedule for a proper live session. I've already done 47 minutes. So guys, I might have to take my leave now. Plan a proper live session and maybe I'll even invite some guests and they'll educate us. Maybe even the CEO of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. I'm looking forward to inviting him and talks to us. So I just wanted to go live randomly. So I hope you guys enjoyed this section and yeah, next time. You